paranormal paratroopers. Mental Marines who are about to ship out a...
Hello! This is Mxiety, and I welcome you to Beginner Game Reviews. If you suck at games, I do too, then these are the reviews for you. Today we are reviewing a twofer! Psychonauts 1 and Psychonauts 2. Why did I decide to do both in one? Well, I'm assuming more of you are playing Psychonauts 2 right now, and you're like, hey, was Psychonauts 1 good, but I also want to know about Psychonauts 2. So this is me assuming what you need. If this is not what you need, tell me in the comments. Be like, hey, do these separately, and then, you know, we'll work on it or something. But either way, these were a blast. So let's get right into them because I have to review them one at a time. So ease of starting the game. Honestly, it's super fun. The story is super fun. So I'm going right into story comprehension. The story is super fun, and so starting the game is super fun. The dialogue is neat. The concept is really cool. Like, hey, we are Psychonauts. We go into brains and figure out stuff. We're secret agents. How cool is that?
You've broken into a highly classified remote government training facility.
I know. Isn't it great?
This is really cute. This has very big Coraline vibes for me. You know what I mean?
Hey, how's it going?
Starting up is pretty easy. They show you everything from the get-go that you will need to get going. They show you how to use all of the controls.
Challenge marker. The staff scatters these all over the camp to test the students. Every one of these you find advances you a whole rank.
This guy's pretty random. He just
now
like
look up
came
for
out
me
of nowhere. Okay.
Some of the old markers have fallen apart. You'll find bits of them flapping around loose. If you find enough of these side cards,
find some of
you
my
can put them
bits
together
flapping
to make
around
a brand
loose, you know what I'm
new challenge
saying?
marker.
They show you how, you know, they give you enough opportunities to learn all of the controls before they set you out into the rest of the world. And that's awesome. What? Who am I looking at that I could talk to?
Can't see anything.
You know that cabin is empty, right?
Duh. I'm practicing for tonight, when it's gonna be full of ladies.
Ew!
That kind of thing takes practice.
Excuse me, but my parents let me watch R-rated movies, so I think I know a little bit more about this than you do, okay?
This kid is so punchable. I do not condone violence, but this kid is very punchable.
And I'll kick your astral projection out of here too if you don't get moving right
Your
now.
astral projection? Obsessed. Okay. Ah!
So whenever you see a figment, suck it up, soldier. Come on, get that figment. Be a figgy piggy. Who's coach's little piggy? Oink, oink, oink.
It's over going without me. I have to be a figgy piggy. Control ease and confusion? Well, here's what I'm gonna say. We had to call my partner in to play the game with us. We have a Streamloots card in chat that summons my partner to come and help me play the game because he's like a super expert fancy pants video game player, and he kicked butt. I'm not getting better.
This card. Controller drift to make me be like.
Yeah, look at it. Such a good controller. Oh my god, you have to keep going? I'm gonna scream. And there's fire? I can barely do it without fire! I couldn't do it without fire! Beginner game reviews with assistance. Do you want credit? Do you want to be credited in the new? You were supposed to punch the wall. I actually read a tweet where somebody said, oh man, I hate these graphics so much. Psychonauts looks like ass. And that person's soul looks like butt. That's what I'm gonna say about that. They were great. I think they were great for their time. I think they were great for the aesthetic. It's a very, very unique, awesome aesthetic. From what I remember, Psychonauts 1 is criticized for his controls.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
Sir, if I am dead, I'm not standing on nothing. I'm dead. Okay, you do punch him. Thank you. That'll be $2.
There's still more level.
I don't
remember it being quite as demanding as you're finding it.
Ah, the old rolling tunnel of crazy
You
logs thing.
are really good
I know
at
one's on a
video
hard one. What you
games.
gotta do is...
I don't get what you don't get. Time commitment needed to play the game. Well, I got through the tutorial in like an hour and a half. We breezed right through it. It was supposed to be longer according to some of my community members. So I think starting the game and point 6, how easy is it to get a friend into it? I think both of those points are kind of, we did great. I think it was awesome. I highly recommend it. And 10 out of 10 would play again. So my rating for this game for beginners is like a 7 out of 10. I think it's a little unclear what to do next and where to go and why certain things happen. And also, you know, it's a little bit older, so I'm not going to points down for that. And the controls are a little bit harder, even though they're easy to remember. And now, are you still here? I hope you're still here. If you aren't, I don't know who I'm talking to. But for the people who are, thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about Psychonauts 2. All right. So 2, man, play is as easy as you want. I literally was sitting there freaking the heck out over how easy it was to set it up to make this game, you know, just fun for yourself. Like if you're just there for the story and you want to see like where's Psychonauts taking me today, that is exactly what I was getting out of it. It was, it let me pick super duper easy story mode. It let me take no damage. It let me make things as easy on myself as I wanted, and it was still super fun. Also, would like to point out that they give you a warning before you start the whole game, and I would love to have that warning up on the screen right meow. Psychonauts 2 contains artistic interpretations of serious mental conditions, including addiction, PTSD, panic attacks, anxiety, and delusions. There are also images that may be upsetting to people with dental phobia. These conditions are usually presented in a lighthearted or even comical manner, but might still be distressing to some players. Ultimately, Psychonauts 2 is a game about empathy and healing. If you find yourself experiencing a negative reaction to this content, or if you need mental health resources, please visit Take This! Yay! Please visit Take This! All right. Take This is a nonprofit that I'm actually an ambassador for, and I freaking love Take This. So I do know that they asked them to review the game, but the fact that they also use them as a final resource was really cool. And the fact that they, you know, had the warning in the beginning, like, hey, this deals with mental health stuff. If that's uncomfy, keep that in mind. And it throws you immediately into a mouth. So spoiler there, but I feel like you should know that. And it does tell you in the beginning there's some dental stuff involved. It's kind of icky. So if dental stuff like freaks you out, I don't know, maybe consider watching a playthrough before you play. You get through the dental stuff pretty quickly and it's super fun after that. So I would not knock this game down for that. I enjoyed it and I enjoyed all the creepy visuals, but that could be just me. So that brings us into control ease and confusion. I think there were a lot of things that you could like program and reprogram. Kingdom Hearts does this too. And that can be confusing for some people. And basically every button on your controller is used. That is confusing to me. That does make it a little bit difficult, and knowing when to replace one thing for another, because it asks you like, hey, do you want to replace this ability with another ability? That personally is a little bit tough for me, and remembering what does what. I kind of end up pressing every button, as we saw in my Breath of the Wild playthrough and all the whistling. Okay, I guess RT, I've used that the least.
Almost had it. Not time to see the world as you see it, Harold.
Okay. What? I know when I pick it up again, I'm gonna have a hard time being like, wait, what button does what again? But that's just the nature of these games that require you to use every single button on the controller to do certain stuff. But that's okay. I think that's just a learning curve. I think that's just a beginner baby thing, and I think you can still get used to it. Because I played it on such a forgiving mode, it didn't really kill me when I did press the wrong button, so I'm not knocking at any points for the controls, because it works with you. It works with you. It knows if you baby starter, it's okay. You need to be eased into it. Story comprehension, super, super fun. I did have a little bit of a question at one time. The worst thing I was confused about, I was like, wait, how does this guy keep changing outfits? And apparently he has a job, but then he's an intern. So there is a little bit of story confusion, but overall it's pretty linear. I don't want to spoil a lot of it for you, but basically it talks about, hey, there's the bad guy from the first movie. Why is he a bad guy? And basically, the game does tell you it's about empathy. And I do believe strongly that that is where it's leading us from the beginning, is that, hey, there's a bad guy, but maybe he had a motivation. Let's find out what it is. I thought that was super fun and interesting in a very different way to look at it. So I loved it. I love the story comprehension. I thought it was great. Aesthetics, again, I talked about the dental stuff. That stuff might freak you out a little bit, right? But otherwise, it looks so cool. It's its own graphic thing. And the thing I kept saying over and over again is that both the first one and the second one look like a movie stop clay animation kind of looks, right? I love that. It was like watching Coraline, but getting to play it. So if you're a fan of Laika or Coraline or Paranorman or any of those other cool, again, Laika movies, you will love what Double Fine has done in terms of the aesthetic visuals for this game. Time commitment needed to play the game. Well, we were about 2.5 hours into the tutorial, and I don't think I was done with it when I put the controller down the first time. So it does require a little bit of time commitment, but again, it also eases you into all the complexity of the controller, so I feel like it's super duper worth it. How easy would it be to get a friend into it? Well, it gives you a lineup of, hey, here was what you missed in the first game. So it's not like you have to play for the first game in order to play the second game. It also is kind of like your friend. It feels like a warm, fuzzy hug for your brain. And as somebody who does love brain stuff, I thought that it was perfect. Honestly, 10 out of 10, all around amazing, like awesome sauce. I'm so excited, like I want to play it more. I'm so excited to play more of this game and to explore more of the world. Well, that was it. That was Psychonauts 1 and 2 for you. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out, checking out what I'm talking about. If you suck at games, I do too, and these are the reviews for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me know, did I go through that too fast? Should I like stop and tell you more about certain things? Are you interested in controls? Do you want to hear about more of the story? Is that missing for you? Let me know in the comments and stuff. Please be sure to subscribe because that helps the channel continue growing and YouTube know that, hey, they're doing cool stuff over here. I should promote this. So thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. Don't forget to be the light. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.